This is a killer negotiating tool from our Entrepreneur Now Nano Course series of 10. These are proven tools you can use in both your business and in your personal life. Here's Ken Burke.
Let's get started now with some great negotiating tools and techniques for you. Know your deal killers. Every deal has deal killers in it. So you want to make sure you know what you can't accept in a deal. And so maybe that's a discount that goes beyond certain limits that you want to create for yourself, or maybe that's an out clause. This one used to always get me, that termination for convenience that would make a deal not bookable, which would drive me crazy. Or maybe it's an unrealistic delivery timeline that if you commit to it, you know you're going to fail, so don't even do it to begin with. So I want to make sure that you're super clear on your negotiating deal killers before you actually get into the deal itself, because you're going to have such much better results when you actually go into the negotiation table. Now, I want to make sure that you also write them down. Write down your deal killers. Make sure you're very clear. Do not rely on your memory. Now, this seems like a very basic thing, but I want to give you some techniques that will help you get these get these deal killers out of you, and some good alternative techniques as well to work around or work with them. So first of all, be specific. So I don't want a general deal term that says I can't give discounts at all, right? That may or may not work or I only will accept California as a jurisdiction. Maybe there are other jurisdictions that you could accept as well. So, but be very specific about what you can accept and what you can't accept. Make sure then you write these things down. Don't rely on your memory. Also, look at the deal killers holistically. So when you put all your deal killers on a sheet and you start looking at them and start comparing them, and you might actually find that if you got these three deal killers and you were able to hold to those three, these other two things are no longer as important. So I want you to look at holistically and start to compare and contrast against the different deal killers that you have and see where your leeway is, because that can also help you in creating a better result for the negotiation. Also, and very important, here's the best tip I've got for you today, which is develop alternatives and workarounds on every deal point. So if you've got a deal killer, always have a suggestion right there, right next. For example, let's say you have to hold firm on a particular discount and you know the client's going to push back. Then you give them something else. You say, but how about this? Like maybe we extend your contract another month or 2 months if you're doing an annual contract or even a 2-year contract. Or maybe that you provide them with a penalty for a late delivery if you don't meet the requirements of the contract after a certain period of time, but you can't give them the discount. So you're giving something for something else. Work through those disciplines. Now, I always like, when I'm working with alternatives, I always like to look at the motivation of who I'm negotiating with, because I want to know what is important to them and what's not important to them. And that really helps me develop a workaround that I can develop a workaround that's not really, I don't really care so much if I give that, but it could be really important for them. And those are the golden gems that you want to find. Now, I've got a quick exercise for you here. It will only take a couple of minutes, but this is going to be very valuable for you, because you're going to have something like a leave behind that you can use on every one of your negotiation deals going forward. First of all, what I want you to do is I want you to jot down your top 3 to 5 deal killers. Now, these deal killers typically in deals come up over and over again. They could be specific to a certain deal, and that's fine. You can have deal killers specific to a certain deal, but generally speaking, these repeat themselves over again. So if you've got a nice cheat sheet in front of you, which I recommended earlier, with those 3 to 5 deal killers that I want you to come up with right now, and again, you can modify them per deal and such, that's okay, but let's create the foundation or the basis of your main deal killers. That's going to go a long way. And if you're running a sales organization, you want to make sure your sales executives have these as well, so they know your deal killers. They can negotiate to a certain point before they hand it off to you, whether you're the CEO or maybe the sales VP as well. And I've done this in all the sales organizations that I've run. Let your salespeople have control, and then the deal gets elevated to you, which is actually another great tactic, by the way. This has been Killer Negotiating Tool. Know your deal killers. Do you want to get your dream business off the ground and make it a huge success? Then let us help you with a free membership to the Entrepreneur Now Network, the ultimate e-learning site for entrepreneurs. This site is loaded with content and tools that help entrepreneurs accelerate the growth of their business. As part of your free membership, you will get access to our free business courses each month, our super popular weekly entrepreneur tips and tricks email, which is loaded with valuable information, plus our 1-hour business planning kit, which gives you everything that you need to build a business plan quickly. Also, we're going to include our investor pitch deck kit, which walks you step by step through the process of creating an investor pitch deck that will help get your business funded. We even include the presentation templates, and you'll get access to our informative live events. And as a free gift, you're going to get a copy of my newly released book, Prosper, 5 Steps to Thriving in Business and in Life. Take action now and get your free membership today.